I'm going to be using every AUG in Phantom Forces. Before we start though, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, and comment. It helps me out in the algorithm, and I tried pretty hard on this video, so I would just recommend it. Starting out, we have the AUG A1. It's one of 3 assault rifles that we're going to be using today. In my opinion, this is the weakest of all 3 assault rifles, but it's still a pretty good gun. After all, there's really not an AUG there's not really an AUG in the game that sucks. To be honest, they're all pretty decent. As you can see, it has basically no recoil. The damage is kind of mid, and the fire rate is pretty slow, but the recoil makes up for it in my opinion. Definitely not the best close-range assault rifle that you can get, but there are definitely worse options. Hold up, I'm actually going off. Okay, never mind. But the setup I'm running on this is reflex, compensator, stubby grip, green laser, and default ammo if you guys wanted it. Because I know last time I made one of these videos, which you should check out, somebody was asking for the setup, so I'm going to be doing that today. Next, we have the AUG A2. In my opinion, this is the second best AUG assault rifle. It's not as good as the A3, but it's definitely better than the A1. As you can see, it also has pretty low recoil. I think the recoil on this is probably slightly higher than the AUG A1. But the better thing about this is that it has higher fire rate and higher damage. This is a 3-shot to 5-shot compared to the AUG A1's 4-shot to 5-shot, with also a fire rate of 700 compared to 680, which may not seem like a big difference, but it is. Oh my god. Why are there so many people here? Jesus Christ. Oh my Jesus. There's like 10. Look at all of them. They're like ants. But yeah, currently this is my second favorite AUG in the entire series. So definitely tell me your opinions on each of these guns in the comments below, because I'm quite curious. But the setup I currently have on the AUG A2 is the reflex ARS suppressor stubby grip, and well, I'm going to put on green laser because, you know, that's better, and then default ammo. Moving on, we have the AUG A3. This is personally my favorite AUG in the series right now. It's 3-shot to 5-shot just like the AUG A2, but it also has pretty similar recoil patterns, maybe slightly worse. But it also has a higher fire rate of 720. It has the highest fire rate out of all the AUGs in the assault rifle class. So with all that information, basically, it's like the AUG A2 except with way better CQC performance because of the higher added fire rate. This guy needs to go die. Like, he has killed me twice. He's just sitting up there. There you go. Thank God. As you can see, the recoil is slightly more bouncy than the AUG A2, but it's still very low recoil. It's not really much of a problem in my opinion, but out of the 3 assault rifles, it definitely does have the worst recoil. Next up, we have the AUG A3 Para XS. This does 780 fire rate. It's more than the AUG A3. This thing also has some conversions and things that you can add on to it for different results. The downside to this is probably the long-range performance. It does 19 damage long range, but it is also a 3-hit kill up close, so it has significantly better close-range performance compared to the AUG A3. So if you're someone that doesn't really care about the long-range performance and you're mainly a CQC fighter, I would recommend this over the AUG A3. Comparing this to the AUG A3 is kind of different. I don't really think you should compare the two because this gun is just so much different from a normal assault rifle. It's definitely a PDW, and that's why it's in the PDW class. I mean, come on now. But compared to the other AUGs, this does have a much faster fire rate, as you can see. The AUGs are kind of known for having a slower reload time, but this one's reload time is much faster compared to the other ones. And the setup I have on the AUG A3 Para XS is reflex, osprey, stubby grip, green laser, and default. So yeah, I think there's the 40S and W conversion which you can use, which I don't really know too much about. I think it improves long range performance, but that's about it. Moving on to our last one is the AUG HBAR, and why in the world are we on this map? No, I'm not doing this. Okay, finally, AUG HBAR. This thing's not really as good as it used to be. I believe it's a 3-shot to 5-shot. It used to 4-shot, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't anymore. But yeah, it's 650 fire rate, which is relatively slow. It's comparable to the AUG A1, but it has much worse recoil. And also to mention, it does have higher penetration depth and a higher magazine capacity, which in my opinion doesn't make up for the nerfs that they did to this thing, but it's whatever. But the reload time is also pretty slow in this thing. The recoil, I mean, it's worse, but it's not bad. You just kind of have to have the right setup for it, I guess. But this thing used to be so much more accurate than what it is now. It kind of sucks. StyLiS, please bring back the old AUG HBAR. This is not our AUG HBAR. But yeah, I believe this gun is oh my god, please die. You're at rank 104 running around Metro with a BFG. What are you doing with your life? But yeah, as I was saying before I was interrupted, this thing is very much fallen from grace, unfortunately. This used to be my favorite gun in the game at a couple points in time, but it's kind of just poop now, so that's very sad. The setup I'm using on this is Reflex, T-Brakes, W-Grip, Green Laser, and Default. I believe that's all of them, so be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a good comment.